So ISB introduced its on-the-spot essays before the interview rounds in the last admission cycle, which is 2024. The idea was to test your managerial awareness and your ethical compass through these essays, the topics of which were given to you right before your interview conversation with alumni interviewers on the day of your interview. So the basic premise I had covered in another video, but I thought that it's good to record another video to talk about the kind of questions which you are asked in these on the spot essays and how best to structure your essays when you're writing them. So just to understand, last year what was followed was, before your interview conversation, the ISB admin team used to give you 2 essay topics and a time limit of 20 minutes. You had to carry your laptop to the interview location and you had to write these essays and submit it to them. These essays were not used by alumni interviewers, but they were assessed. That's why you were asked to write them in the first place, right? So the topic of the essays were around ethical conundrums, ethical dilemmas. For example, you are a student at ISB and you are asked to submit a presentation or an assignment, because all the projects at ISB are collaborative in nature, and one of your study group members is not performing or contributing. How will you deal with this situation? Now, if let's say this is one of the essay questions and there are 2 essays, out of 20 minutes you should spend 10 minutes per essay, and in 10 minutes you will be able to type out 150 words and do grammar checks later on. So 150 words would mean 3 paragraphs. Now, how I would approach this question is, I would try to think of the easiest solution, the lowest hanging fruit first, and then I would go at it step by step. And in the end, I would think of the most extreme alternative. So when my study group member is not contributing, what I will do is, in this scenario, I will try to console them, reach out to them individually. There are 5 members in a study group. I'll reach out to them individually and try to see if they are medically keeping well, if there are any conceptual gaps in their understanding of the subject, and I will do that. That will be 1 paragraph. Second paragraph would be, if this does not work, if this individual intervention does not work, then I'll congregate and ask my other study group members to get on a call with this member who's not performing, who's not contributing, and together we'll try to tell them and request them to contribute, right? And if there are any doubts, we are there to help him or her. And the extreme solution, which I'll talk about in the last paragraph, would be that if they are not really mending their ways through individual pep talk or group intervention, then what I'll do is, as an extreme scenario, when I'm submitting the project alongside my peers, I'll just inform the academic associate or the professor that this person did not contribute meaningfully in the project, hence we are omitting their name from our presentation. That's the most extreme scenario. I start off with the most thoughtful and the most diplomatic thing to do, and then I go to the second level, then I go to the third level. This is the best way to answer on the spot essays. And the interview questions range from, you are an intern in a company and you were given a monetary gift by one of your internship managers. How will you react? Will you take it or not? In that scenario, it's best to see if others are taking that gift or not, why I was given that gift, and if others are taking it, then as per my college guidelines, if it's okay to accept it, I'll take a buy-in from my professors, then I'll take it. If others are not accepting that gift, then it's a straight no-no from my end. I'll thank the manager for their token of appreciation, but I'll decline it. So in such questions, it's good to be diplomatic. It's good to think of scenarios and then answer. Keep your English simple, no fancy words, no jargon. I'm assuming you will write your essays on your own, and that's why you will be using the same kind of nomenclature and language in the on-the-spot essays as well. That's important. And yeah, that's what the essays are asking. There is no relative contribution of these essays. It's like an LOR, letter of recommendation. If you're answering these essays in a way which is ethically upright, which is not extremist in nature, then it's no problem. But if obviously your answers are very extreme, then they'll take a note of it. So it's like an LOR. If the LOR is positively written, it does not have any separate weightage. But if it's not positively written by your recommender, then they take a note of it, right? So I hope this video was helpful. 2 essays, 20 minutes, 150 words per essay, 3 paragraphs sufficient. And yeah, I'll see you very soon.